Imagine cooking a complex dinner for friends. Your pots are simmering, but when you reach for the onions, the shelf is empty. You don't throw your hands up and abandon the meal. You look around, spot some leaks, decide on a similar flavor, and start chopping. That is what cooking actually looks like. It is a constant loop. You case the sauce, realize it needs salt, grab a pinch, stir it in, and taste it again. Real-world problem solving relies entirely on this continuous cycle. We assess our surroundings, we make a quick plan, and we take a physical action. Right now, software engineers are training artificial intelligence to solve digital problems using that exact same kitchen logic. In the tech industry, a program designed to operate this way is called an AI agent. If the AI chatbots you use today are like owning a massive interactive recipe book, an AI agent is like hiring a personal chef to actually step in and cook the entire dinner for you. This animated diagram shows how standard generative AI works. We have a highly intelligent digital brain stuck inside a glass jar. It can hold a conversation and recite facts, but it cannot reach outside the jar to do anything. To build an AI agent, we break the glass. By connecting that intelligence to a digital workspace, we give the brain access to tools like web browsers, file folders, and calendars. But handing a chef a sharp knife doesn't mean they know how to make a soufflé. The AI needs a set of instructions, guiding it on exactly when and how to use those new tools. We combine the reasoning power of the language model with a systematic execution loop. The AI stops being a passive tool for answering questions and becomes an active operator that runs your software. This animated diagram shows the fundamental engine of AI agents. Just like our chef in the kitchen, the AI constantly cycles through 3 steps: observe, think, and act. The process starts by observing. The agent reads its current environment, scans through your provided files, or looks at live web pages to figure out exactly what it has to work with. Next, it moves to the think phase. The agent compares what it just observed against your main goal, and it writes out a short plan for what it should do next. Finally, we reach the act phase. The agent physically uses one of its digital tools. It might run a web search, calculate a spreadsheet formula, or type a paragraph into a document. What happens next is what keeps the system moving. The result of that action is fed directly back into the observe step. The agent now has new information, and it runs the exact same loop again. The agent repeats this cycle over and over until it knows the job is finished. In the tech world, this is called the definition of done. It's simply the list of requirements you gave it at the start. Once every box is checked, the agent stops. By putting an AI on this relentless, self-correcting track, we turn a passive program into an autonomous digital worker. Let's look at this generated desktop view to see how this plays out with a real task. We want the agent to research a topic and build a complete 10-slide presentation from scratch. On its first loop, the agent observes the blank browser. It thinks about which search terms to use, and it acts by typing them in and extracting text from a reliable source. Let's say a website is missing the data it needs. The agent doesn't quit. It runs a new many loop to find a different source, exactly like our chef swapping out missing onions for leeks. Eventually, the agent reaches its final loop. It reviews the 10 finished slides, compares them against your initial instructions, and confirms that it has fulfilled every requirement before stopping. Completing a major project this way is not the result of one giant command. It is the product of thousands of tiny, independent decisions strung together. Soon, we will apply this relentless, repeating framework to solve everyday administrative tasks across nearly every modern industry. For the last 10 years, we had to manually click every button to make our software work. Going forward, we will simply assign goals and let the software click the buttons for us. So you can stop thinking about AI as an all-knowing oracle. It is far more useful to think of it as a practical digital chef, working its way through a busy kitchen. Understanding how it observes, thinks, and acts is the first step toward managing the next generation of artificial intelligence.